good afternoon again. I say again because I got shafted yesterday by technology. First things first, let's go and get some fuel before it pisses with rain. Get on with it. Silly bag. Don't let me down. Go. Right. Gotta have faith that it's recording. Bloody better be. Right, so we've got some fuel. Right, so yesterday I thought I'd use the new Insta360 X3 in anger and wang it on the bike. I did a successful trial run on the way home from work in the car the other day. Worked fine, no problem. Editing was a bit finicky, but I'll suss that, I'm sure. Well, who knows? Oh God, it's a fucking van. Oh, bus. Let's go here. yeah, I'm sure I'll sort the editing out. Anyway, I thought I'd use it in anger yesterday. Went out. Went to have a look at the footage. 10 seconds worth. Bloody marvellous. So, I'm out again today, briefly. Just to see if, well, hopefully that was a one-off. Bloody technology, I tell you. It was an omen when I got it. Right, it's 2022. It's not 1992. Firmware updates shouldn't be problematic this day and age. The technology's there. So many devices now have firmware updates. This thing out of the box, no, forget it. Updated the software, the app. It was finicky connecting the bloody thing up anyway to the phone. Finally, I mean, it connected straight away, no problem, brilliant. And then for some reason it decided, no, can't see the camera, can't detect it. Then it connected again and said, oh yeah, firmware update required. So you download the firmware through the app. Nope. Firmware update failed, didn't even begin. So we tried that a number of times. So then, you know, you buy a brand new bit of kit, you know, that's like nearly 500 quid, and you find yourself having to go to Google looking for forums and YouTube videos on how to sort the firmware problem out. So I had to download it manually onto the computer and then transfer it across onto the SD card, and it worked. But what a palaver. Just checking it's still there. So we'll see what we get from it. I've put it on the stick. I said yesterday I didn't like the idea of the stick. A bit too wobbly, but well, what we give it a go. Then we might, well, I've got to wash the bike anyway, so we might have a go at an Uncle Stuart. Give this auto bright stuff a go. Now, it won't be long until the dreaded C word is here. On one of the houses here on the right, which one I can't quite remember. I don't know whether it was that bungalow or it might be a bit further along here. Have a rather, I suppose, impressive Christmas light display. So much so that people were coming from miles around to queue up to go in and have a look round. I got dragged out there. I don't think it was last Christmas, maybe the Christmas before, but the queue of people was just insane. So fortunately I got to turn around and come back. do is we'll stop recording and start again. Maybe increase the odds that I actually get something. All burn with a pop. Mounting it where it is. Be careful getting off and on. Semi-hopeful. Now I was looking back through some of Solo Moto UK's old videos. I was looking at the time his bike got nicked. I think the first video of his I saw was the one that followed that, maybe. And what I want to know, Derek, is when they nicked your bike, did they take it out of your shed in the back garden and managed to get it up through the little alleyway between your houses? Thieving scumbags. Right, careful, a bit greasy. Put the old heated grips on. Now I've got a video of Ainsworth's to watch when I get in. You know, a top natter, I dare say. Oh God, look at this rain. You'd have thought by now we'd have worked out a way of making it rain overnight. So that it inconveniences the fewest number of people. It's not unreasonable, is it? Standard to let. Used to wait for the school bus there when I was a weean. And behind it there was a load of old fashioned garages, all like asbestos ones. Most of them were empty, some of them had cars in. And we used to run about there playing TIG and getting in and out of people's cars, although we never did any damage to any of them. It's not the same for youngsters these days, is it? They can't go out and play like we used to. I mean, we'd be off down the fields, down by the stream, building bases. be up 2 ponds collecting frog spawn and building rafts. As long as you came back for tea, that's all that mattered. You know, you go out, you'd be gone all day. Parents are too frightened to let kids out of their sight now, aren't they? Used to love playing hounds and hares. You know, a team of 10 or whatever it was per side, and one lot go and hide somewhere within a mile radius, and the others had to try and find us. I mean, I suppose we were lucky where we lived. There was loads of kids. It's all houses now, all built over. Right, well, let's see what we've got. I might mix it with some of yesterday's, but either way, ta-ta for now.